the south, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Portland Lumberjacks and the Atlanta Falcons. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Lawrence going to keep this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. McDonald on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Falcons at 4-3, a game over 500. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Here's Walker to start the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now.
Quick books there and a nice little bit off. Pretty decent game.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's McDonald. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Lawrence will throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open...
This is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. It's a room to run now. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. McDonald. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA's. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Lawrence. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Purdy. Throw out wide to Walker. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. He finds his man, complete. It's Norris. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Out quickly to Judy. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Is that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting the receiver on the run.
Now Purdy. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Lumberjacks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this 1st half of action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive going. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Lawrence. There's Chris Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. These guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ready to throw it on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Lumberjacks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He's got this into the hands of Barkley coming across the field. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a second and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Ken Walker, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lumberjacks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. McDonald. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense can bail them out a little bit. They'll be cheering for him hard from the sidelines.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Brock Purdy, a 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Up the middle they go. It's McDonald, and he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2nd down and goal. Lawrence. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 10-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A yard there, that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Are you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes down here. I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down, they'll have to throw it anyway.
Third and goal, option right. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Purdy on 4th down. It is intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. McDonald. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now Lawrence to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He finds his man complete. That's Norris. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team running.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
From the gun, it's Walker. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Play action. Now Purdy. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage. This big important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. This play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On first down, it's Purdy. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. The CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat. And there he is again already, his second touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have been...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.